Hi, what's your name?
Gene.
How do you spell that?
Gene.
Hi, what's your name?
Candace.
How do you spell that?
Candace.
Hi, what's your name?
Quentin.
How do you spell that?
Quinton.
Hi, what's your name?
Giselle.
How do you spell that?
Giselle.
Hi, what's your name?
Aiden.
How do you spell that?
Aiden.
Hi, what's your name?
Robin.
How do you spell that?
Robin.
Hi, what's your name?
Francis.
How do you spell that?
Francis.
Hi, what's your name?
Ashley.
How do you spell that?
Ashlee.
Hi, what's your name?
Chris.
How do you spell that?
Kris.
Hi, what's your name?
Wendy.
How do you spell that?
Wendy.
Hi, what's your name?
Jaden.
How do you spell that?
Jayden.
Hi, what's your name?
Patty.
How do you spell that?
Patty.
Hi, what's your name?
Skylar.
How do you spell that?
Skyler.
Hi, what's your name?
Lindsay.
How do you spell that?
Lindsay.
Hi, what's your name?
Eden.
How do you spell that?
Eden.
Hi, what's your name?
Kylie.
How do you spell that?
Kylie.
Hi, what's your name?
Grayson.
How do you spell that?
Grayson.
Hi, what's your name?
Jamie.
How do you spell that?
Jamie.
Hi, what's your name?
Rowan.
How do you spell that?
Rowen.
Hi, what's your name?
Caitlin.
How do you spell that?
Kaitly.